San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer is announcing a new partnership that is designed to make it easier for legal immigrants working in our city to become citizens.
Okay, so Ed Linderman is at the Chamber of Commerce talking about a book, and the author is going to be with him in just a little bit.
Morning, Ed.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah, the author of the book, and good morning, guys. We held that up before. The author of the book is here because it's kind of a twofer this morning, and we're going to explain all of that. But as Carlos and Lisa said, previewing what the mayor says is an important new partnership. The announcement coming here at the Regional Chamber of Commerce headquarters, where we are this morning at 10:45. The city, the chamber, the airport, interestingly, and an organization called New America Workforce. Now, New America Workforce is a project of a much larger organization, the National Immigration Forum. The forum helps businesses assist eligible immigrant employees with the naturalization process, thus allowing them to become full participants in the workforce, the economy, the community. You get the idea. How's the airport involved? Well, services will be available, and this is all kind of an example of what the city is going to provide, as well as the airport in terms of services available there to allow the employees of the city and the airport and their families to be, in terms of helping them with the naturalization process, which brings us to the author of the book, as well as this announcement. He is Ali Noorani, who is the forum's executive director. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Okay, let's get this immigration hot button word out of the way. The emphasis is on legal immigrants, and there are thousands of them here in San Diego who have not been naturalized and would like to be.
In fact, in San Diego, there are over 200,000 legal permanent residents who are eligible for citizenship right now because they've had their green card for over 5 years. This incredible program, where we're already working with 55 businesses in the region of San Diego and have helped 1,000 people move through the naturalization process. This program is in a great position so that employers are helping their workforce become American citizens.
And how do you assist them?
So what happens is that, for example, at the airport, we will set up an orientation program where a community organization, URISE, will come in, provide information, and they'll come back a month later and help individuals go through that process. And then, let's say 5-6 months later, they're taking the oath of citizenship.
And again, these are examples of what the region can do, and you will assist, or the city, by the example, as well as the services provided at the airport, will assist businesses and government entities. We got the city of Vista, for example, has similar citizens. How can we help the city of Vista? How can we help businesses? It doesn't necessarily have to be a business either, does it?
Exactly, and that's the beauty of our partnership with the San Diego Regional Chamber of Commerce. We can reach not just corporations in the area, but cities across the region, so that, whether it's a mayor or a CEO, they're able to stand up and say, this is the immigrant who's a part of my community, becoming American and learning English.
All right, Mr. Noorani, well-spoken, is also an author. That's the book. And you, prior to this announcement, there's going to be a meeting here of the chamber members, and you're going to talk about this. And it's a very provocative title, There Goes the Neighborhood, How Communities Overcome Prejudice and Meet the Challenge of American Immigration. What will you discuss with people this morning?
Well, I wrote a book about how the broad swath of America is having this immigration debate. It's very different from what we read about in Washington, D.C. And what we found is that it's business leaders like the chamber, it's faith leaders from churches, it's law enforcement who are saying, you know what? Immigrants are part of our communities. We want to welcome them. We want to live in safe cities, and we want to see us move forward together.
And this idea of the prejudice, and gosh knows we know some of where it's coming from. But this isn't Washington. This is Lancaster, Pennsylvania, or Columbus, Ohio, or speaking of California.
So to do the book, I interviewed almost 60 faith, law enforcement, business leaders in South Carolina, Indiana, Utah, Texas. And what I learned is that the immigration debate for conservatives across America is about culture and values, not politics and policy.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that as an immigrant is moving to a neighborhood that's changing, that conservative leader is asking, is my culture going to change? Are my values going to change? Is my neighborhood going to change? And what I found is that it's the pastor, the police chief, the business owner who's changing that conversation.
We've had this debate in our local schools.
Exactly. And when you have I met with the principal in Spartanburg, South Carolina, who is doing incredible work in South Carolina to welcome immigrants and make sure that the folks who are born and raised in South Carolina are part of that process.
All right. The book is called There Goes the Neighborhood, How Communities Overcome Prejudice and Meet the Challenge of American Immigration. Its author is Ali Noorani. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and again, he will be talking for an hour or so with the Chamber members, and then he will be on hand for this very important announcement involving the mayor, the Chamber, the airport. And again, this is about the legal naturalization process and how to assist people, of which there are 200,000 in the city. Back to you guys in the studio. We'll see you around 8:30.
Wow, what
Sounds
a
good.
very interesting conversation. All right, thanks very much, Ed. Appreciate it.
And an interesting way to go
Perspective.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely.